Thursday morning. This is The Witcher 3. We're tying up loose ends. Let's get started.
I see you gather before me.
Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avallac'h, too, began to lay plans of his own.
I also got a tip yesterday from a fellow in the stream by the name of Karstrom how to find mandrake cordials. He sent me a picture, and apparently there is a merchant in Skellige, and it's not a Harviken, it's the Care Trolled. I think he sells mandrake cordials, so I might hop over there and pick those up.
Couldn't help it. Grew curious about this little matter you have to resolve.
When I was last in Novigrad, I had my share of troubles.
So I heard.
A few people helped me then. Others, not so much. Now I mean to repay them both. Coming with?
Lead the way.
We need to go to Temple Isle.
Don't remember you being religious?
Nor am I now. Let's go. Almost there.
Where are we going exactly?
To see Whoreson Jr.
Well, technically, I think I killed his ass. So let's go.
Lead the way.
Payback. Cities like Novigrad have their own special magic. They attract folk from all corners of the world, becoming delicious stews of diverse flavors. Giant circuses filled with colorful characters just waiting to extend a helping hand or swing a sharp elbow. Ciri had experienced the fullness of this during her stay in Novigrad. So when she found herself back in the city, she decided to repay a few debts and settle a few scores. Confronted by this revelation, Gilles could hardly return to business as usual. He struggled internally for some moments before revealing the one way Geralt and friends could hope to defeat Eredin and company. They would have to battle Eredin and the Hunt in their own world and on their own terms. The first step, to use the Sunstone to summon Naglfar. A plan of action was devised. Geralt, Ciri, the sorceresses, and Avallac'h would sail to Skellige to find the stone, while Zoltan and I would stay behind in Novigrad to keep the hearth fires burning and secure our friend's return. Oberon Morsatak, also known as the King of the Alders, was ruler of the far-off land of Tirnalia, the world which is home to Avallac'h and the Wild Hunt. He died after being poisoned by Eredin Brekilas, who then declared himself king. At the time of his death, Oberon had been exhausted and embittered by over 650 years of living.
Why are you doing this again?
I want to look him in the eyes.
What then?
I don't know. Depends what I see.
What?
Here to see Mr. Wily.
Mr. Wiley's expecting important guests, so bugger off, you... turds!
Make a deal, maybe?
Yeah, a deal.
Go on upstairs. Boss is waiting.
That was strange.
To say the least.
I wonder what they're doing.
We'll know soon enough.
Well. Who do we have here? Finally found your little ward. Took your sweet fucking time.
Seems in fine health to me.
Ah, because you thought you killed me that time. Surprise the fucking prize. Shut your trap, witch! Before somebody fills that hole for you.
Enough! I'll finish what you started.
Whoa, stop, it's me, Dudu Beaverfell. You really didn't recognize me?
Dudu?
Wait, Ciri. After the heist, after Dijkstra's vault was emptied, you vanished. How'd I find you? Quick.
Butcher's Yard, the Mama's Play, Priscilla's. You dragged me onto the stage.
Sheathe your sword, Ciri. It's Dudu.
Gods! You give me quite the scare.
Wouldn't have had to if you hadn't impersonated Whoreson.
What the blazes were you thinking?
Once we'd fled, I'd no idea what to do. I could only hide for so long. He'd find me sooner or later. It wasn't our decision. We knew he was dead, but not many others had caught on. That was my chance.
No one mourned for Whoreson Jr. In all his miserable life, he'd never helped a soul. Amusingly, once dead, he became a useful member of society. They say everyone deserves a second chance. Seems true enough. Whoreson got his, in a way, sharing it with a Doppler named Dudu.
That was courageous, Dudu. I'd never expect it from you.
Neither would I. Oh, by the way, you've no idea at the relief I feel you're alive and well.
And I'm relieved I didn't slit your throat.
Be careful. You could get found out.
Wiley's men are too stupid to catch on. His colleagues ain't much better. Mind you, even you were fooled.
And that might have ended very badly for you.
True. I get a bit carried away at times, but mostly I'm careful.
Chose an interesting line of business.
Dudu's always had a head for numbers. What's a few brothels and casinos? He'll manage.
That's the thing. I don't need to. 2 weeks after Wiley died, I announced I'd seen the light of the eternal fire. Sold all the illegal enterprises. I'm a blue water trader now.
Whoreson's men didn't protest?
I've contacts in the guilds. run a thriving trade. Profits are twice what they were before. To Wiley's men, a purse twice as heavy means twice as much respect for the men handing it to them.
Time's up.
Right. We must still go by the Golden Sturgeon.
It was nice to see you both. And take care of yourselves.
You too.
So long, Dudu. Why are we going to the Sturgeon?
To see a girl.
Dudu Biberveld. To end Dudu's story, let me just say that as you disguised himself as his one-time adversary, Whoreson Jr., and took over his business, announcing it was going clean and investing all its ill-gotten wealth in a legal and very profitable overseas trading company. In a way, you could say he was living the Novigrad dream.
Help me once.
Who might that be?
Friend of Dandelion's. Her name's Bee. She's a waitress at the Golden Sturgeon.
First name on her list, Whoreson Jr., though Geralt swore he had killed Whoreson with his own hands. Rumor had it that the mafioso was alive and well. Geralt and Ciri thus decided to pay him a surprise visit. They discovered Dudu had turned Whoreson's death into a prime business opportunity. He took on the underworld boss's form and then took over his criminal organization, transforming it into a legal and more profitable than ever enterprise.
Help me contact Dandelion. I wish to thank her. She risked a lot.
Risked a lot? How's that?
The Temple Guard were breathing down my neck. If she'd been seen with me, she might have been flogged or worse.
Always getting into trouble.
I'd take after you. I visited a city once that was very much like Novigrad, but the people there were much taller and had dark skin.
This somewhere in Zeracania?
No, in another world.
What's it like, hopping between worlds? Anything like passing through a portal? Or different?
A bit different. It was hard going at first. I wasn't very good at controlling it, so I had to concentrate intensely and hope I didn't land in the crater of an active volcano. The training I did with Avallac'h was very helpful. Now, I merely think of the place I wish to travel to, close my eyes, and it's done.
What say you we up over to a brothel?
By order of the hierarch, whosoever conceals a mage in their home shall burn
Their presence is in front of the eternal fire.
hair-brained, all of them.
Gave you a chance. Should have taken it.
I spit on anything you give me.
You'll regret that, you cow.
Mind your manners, you're talking to a lady.
Stay out of this. This is not your concern.
Sure it is.
You're a fucking freak too.
He is. Very dangerous at that. The butcher of White Orchard.
What'd he do there? Trim the trees?
Eugen. He slew half the village. Dragged the bodies of the alderman and his wife behind his horse to Novigrad. Let's get out of here.
That's pretty good advice your friend's offering.
Sorry.
Thank you. I seem more determined this time.
Shouldn't cross them, I told you.
I'm to bar non-humans from this establishment because some thugs threaten me. Not likely.
It's so good to see you, Bee.
And you, Ciri. Who's your charming companion?
It's Geralt of Rivia.
Geralt of Rivia.
That Geralt!
That's right.
Very nice to meet you. I've heard so much.
Yeah, what do you heard?
Really? What, for example?
For example, how you've saved her from woes so many times she's lost count. And how you always know how to make her laugh. That's Ciri, of course. Other ladies, however...
Bee, I'm standing right here.
Alright, alright. So, what brings you here, darlings?
I wanted to thank you for everything.
Oh, stop. Anyone would have done the same in my shoes.
Not many would have done it with such courage. Thank you. This is for you. A trinket to remember me by.
Oh my, it's beautiful. Thank you. So, will you stay for stew? And keep slaughtered a piglet this morning?
Thanks. But we must still visit Far Corners.
Ah, off to see Valdo, eh? Well, shan't stop you then. They'll feed you properly there too, no doubt. Farewell to you both. And do take care of her, Witcher.
I will. So long. So, your friend, Bee.
What about her?
Nothing. Seems nice.
Geralt, you're terrible.
What'd I say? What's there to see in Far Corners?
Yeah, Far
Camp of
Corners.
some traveling circus performers. Non-humans. When I came here before, I wanted to contact Triss. Life was hard. I quickly spent nearly everything the Baron gave me. Triss and I never met, because the Temple Guard showed up. I was a woman.
And try to contact you?
How could she? She didn't know anything. In fact, she thought she was to meet another alchemist wanting to flee Novigrad. I preferred not to put her in danger. I was being hunted. Had not a copper to my name. Then I met Valdo. He and his troop helped me. Then introduced me to Bee. And through Bee, I found Dandelion. You know the rest.
Where's this friend of yours?
There!
Valdo.
Valdo!
Ciri, you devil incarnate, where have you been?
Come here, darling. Hello. What's this? Brought your granddad?
Hagar, you're incorrigible. Allow me to introduce Geralt of Rivia.
Ah, greetings. We've heard heaps about you.
Mostly lies, I bet.
Ah, if it's a lie that since her youngest years you've been her friend and mentor, then indeed. She is a bold-faced liar. Well, good you're here. Come in the nick of time. Would have been gone by tomorrow.
You're leaving?
They're to start resettling non-humans shortly. We'd rather stay ahead of events.
I understand.
Problem is, we just lost 2 horses. And another 2 are too weak to haul anything.
Ah, we'll manage somehow. We don't leave till tomorrow, so naught to worry about today.
Yes, for some. I'm off to see a merchant. There's a chance I can trade our nags for a healthy horse. Wouldn't want Valdo to have anything to worry about tomorrow.
Any way we can help?
Oh, don't fret about us. We always get by somehow. Right, Ciri? What brings you here?
I've come to apologize. I disappeared so suddenly, then...
Ah, pish-posh. What matters is you're back, and you're well.
This is for you. All that you loan me, plus a small premium.
Ciri, You know I can't take this.
And you know I shan't let you refuse.
I know. We'll make it the pot for a wager. Do you still race?
Of course.
Then I challenge you. Geralt, will you join us?
Gladly.
A man after my own spirit. Come.
Geralt, choose one of these.
Coming.
Am I supposed to win this race or let Ciri win?
Let's go.
You were faster once!
Giving you a head start. Faster! You're trailing.
Watch where you're going or you'll fall.
Seems you've slowed.
Just want to admire you from the side.
Can still beat you.
I let you win.
Lovely race! Well, this calls for a celebration. Stay the evening. We've several barrels of Kedwen's best. Bonfires to be lit soon, round which all will gather. This night shall be ours.
You know, perhaps it's not my concern, but I'm glad you and Yennefer have ended up together.
Me too.
You took your time.
Guess we both needed a while to grapple with it.
So, what was it like? You know, when the wish lost its hold. What did you feel?
Well, there we were, the two of us, on the mountaintop. I looked at her and felt like I was exactly where I was supposed to be, at long last.
More wine?
Thanks.
I'm glad we stayed.
Me too. They like you here.
I like them too. I'd love to join them. Drink and race, travel from town to town. Not worry a whit about anything.
Something worrying you now?
What awaits us?
Defeating the Hunt won't be easy, but with the Lodge's support, Avalax, we can do this.
I fear fighting the Hunt will only be the beginning. For me, at least.
What do you mean?
You promised!
In jest? Sometimes I wish I could be like them.
Meaning?
Ordinary.
Problem is, you're not. You were born to greatness.
As I've been hearing since I was born. All because of this damned Elder Blood. My gift. My curse. It granted me all of these powers, but it's also why I've spent my life fleeing, hiding.
Gifts can be renounced.
Can always renounce a gift. Turn it down.
It's not that easy. I tried once, remember? Besides, even if doing that were to free me of Eredin, there will always be those with some kind of plan that includes me. It was the sorceresses of the Lodge once. Now it's my father. Even Yennefer.
You're forgetting Avallac'h.
Avallac'h's different. He is intent on my gift not falling into the wrong hands, not spinning out of control. It's why he teaches me, protects me.
Yeah, I would say...
If you say so.
You doubt it?
There'll come a day when Avallac'h will ask you for a favor.
Perhaps. But if so, it will be a very, very long time from now. And I'm certain whatever it is, he'll give me a choice. I will have the option to refuse.
Hope you're right.
That's Pablo. I plan to learn how to juggle one day.
Incredibly useful skill.
Finally found you two. Enjoying yourselves?
Bonfires, wine, jugglers. What more could you ask for?
I could name a few things I'd trade it for, but it's a life.
You seem concerned. Things not go well with the merchant.
Lost cause. The man refused to trade. I said I'd buy. He asked 3 arms and a host of legs for 1 healthy animal. We need horses. But we'll have to find another way to get them.
Ho ho, I sense trouble.
I knew you'd warm to the notion. We mean to sneak into the man's stable. With 30 head, a few more or less won't make a difference in his life. Coming with?
Of course.
I really don't know what to say here. We could buy them.
Just buy the horses. Why can't you?
With what coin?
Ciri gave you a full pouch.
Enough for 1 at most, whereas at the least we need 4.
Geralt, stop fussing. We'll not strip the merchant bare. And it's finally a chance to do something other than run from the Wild Hunt. Don't make us beg.
Not about to steal. Buy them for you.
None of this concerns us.
This does concern me. These are my friends.
They'll manage on their own.
If Ciri wishes to ride with us, she should. She's not your property.
I won't let her risk her neck for thieves.
Holy crap.
Be a boss.
Moram Tai, that girl.
No!
Shut up and fight.
Whoa! Almost lost that fight.
What is this? Have you gone mad? We were to revel, not to punch each other to a pulp.
Had a falling out with Ciri's companion.
Ciri, much as I hate to say it, I think it's time the two of you left.
I know. The magic's gone. Sorry. I'm going down to the riverside. Want to take a walk, be alone for a bit.
sorry for that.
You've no need to apologize for acting according to your nature. I'll meet you back at Dandelions.
The next debt Ciri had to repay was with a young woman named Bea. She took an immediate liking to our friend the Witcher, and he in turn was not left indifferent by her considerable charms. Had they but whirled enough in time, but they hadn't, so Ciri and Geralt moved on to an itinerant circus troupe camp outside of Novigrad. It was here that Valdo and his comrades had taken Ciri in when she had no place to stay and not a copper to her name. She was welcomed no less warmly upon her return. Valdo proposed she and Geralt stay for some friendly horse racing and a pleasant evening of drink and dance around the fire. Geralt knew they both could use a moment to catch their breath and accepted the invitation. Our friends were eating, drinking, and delighting in the joyful atmosphere of the circus performers' camp when a certain Agar came to them and asked for help. He needed to steal some horses from a Novigrad merchant. Geralt did not think this was the sort of thing Ciri and he should be getting involved with. But Agar wouldn't relent. One thing led to another, and soon this petty disagreement had turned into an all-out brawl. Afterwards, no one, Ciri least of all, was in a festive mood. She went for a riverside walk to cool her head. The circus performers returned to their tents, and the Witcher took care of some Witcher business.
Not good.
Meet Dijkstra, Roach, and Thaler in the portside warehouse. Momentous decisions altering the fate of entire nations are often made under unusual circumstance. For example, when Geralt was asked to take part in the assassination of King Radovid, he was standing in a bathhouse in Novigrad, half naked and staring at a sweat-soaked Dijkstra. If he agreed to join in, he was to attend a meeting in a warehouse by the docks. There, the co-conspirators would hash out the details of their plan to kill the most powerful ruler in the north. Okay, this may be a perfect opportunity to head on over to Skellige and go pick up some Mandrake Cordial.
Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avallac'h, too, began to lay plans of his own. The elven sage decided to erode the King of the Hunt's support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tir na Lial. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Alder Folk's previous king. When he learned Eredin was a regicide, he agreed to help defeat the usurper.
The favor Lady Bran did for her son surely fair.
That face could use a sweep.
Greetings, stranger. Salt air gives a man a powerful thirst, don't it?
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock. Farewell.
I'm glad I came to this guy. He had a lot of Mandrake cordial.
Greetings.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock. Farewell. Okay, let's see if I can make some Vermilion in or Rebus. Nope. Nope. What do I need? Verbena. That's right. And this guy probably doesn't have any Verbena. We need an herbalist. And the first herbalist I think of is all the way back in White Orchard. So let's head over to White Orchard and pick up some Verbena. Right here.
Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avallac'h, too, began to lay plans of his own. The elven sage decided to erode the King of the Hunt's support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tir na Lial. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Alder folks
Yes?
Got any herbs you're willing to sell?
I'm sure I can find something.
Farewell.
There's Rebus, and now we need Vermilion. K-Birth, and Vermilion. Does she have Arenaria?
Yes?
Got any herbs you're willing?
I'm sure I can find...
Farewell.
All right.
Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avallac'h, too, began to lay plans of his own. The Elven Sage decided to erode the King of the Hunt's support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tir na Liah. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Alder folk's previous king. When he learned Eredin was a regicide, he agreed to help defeat the usurper.
Fuck. An old chapel roof full of holes.
Ow! What's left to think about? Shackle the horse. He was out to murder.
Who's there?
Witcher Geralt.
Get in here. Boss awaits upstairs.
Always cheat, but
What's the problem?
fuck! Another non-human. You're everywhere.
Silence! Now we'll do this quick. I've got a little witcher chore. You willing?
Little chores aren't usually worth the pay.
Well, this will be, don't you, Fred? Now just be quick about it. I've wasted enough time on these two pricks. They share a warehouse. Monsters cropped up in it.
Cropped up? On its own? You put it there. You meant to rip my noodle off so you could get your paws on my goods.
Don't try to spin this, shorty.
I don't care who's sick the ghoul or the stringer or who. The beast's got to be dealt with. That's that. So what'll it be, would ya?
Let's do it. The
Fine.
coin.
I'll see to it.
I'll not have it. Non-humans, they stick together. These two are like to prove it's no ghoul at all, but my dear departed Nan.
I didn't get a good look at the mug, but now you mention it, it could very well be.
Shut it! Or I'll send inspectors to your storehouse just as soon as the monster's dispatched.
That won't be necessary.
Warehouse of Woe. Kill the monster. That's a level 13 quest. Geralt can hardly spend a day in even the most seemingly idyllic village without being asked to kill a monster, so it should come as no surprise such requests came to him in Novigrad as well. On one occasion, he was asked to clean a warehouse of Neckers. The two owners, a man and a dwarf, blamed each other for attracting the monsters there in a plot to gain sole control over the building.
Strange. Neckers rarely venture anywhere alone. Wide, deep print. A dwarf? Someone kept it in a cage. Bars were sawed through. That's why it escaped.
So, you take care of the beast?
Yes.
I knew iron which would be quickest. So, figure out how it got in there.
Found a cage. Someone had kept the Necker in it. Bars had been sawed through, though.
So someone wanted it to escape. Which one of them did it?
Think it was the dwarf.
What? Rubbish! Tripe! Why the hell would I do that?
Seems plausible this racist got under your skin.
But that's enough. Here's your pay. And you come with me.
Can't wait to watch him swing. Someone will have to lift him onto the stool. City streets of filth.
Where's the Warehouse of Woe? There it is.
You bloody tell us what this is about.
Just as soon as Geralt arrives.
You won't marry talk. Least you can do is pour around. Bloody suspense has made my throat dry.
Witcher, at last. Now we're all present.
And up the fucking creek. Why have you summoned us? Radovid's on his ship. We'll not get to him there, I've told you.
Stop it! I've an idea how to draw him onto dry land. But all in due course. Let's start by confessing our sins. I let Philippa Eilhart in on our plan. Mea culpa.
Bravo. Bloody bravo.
Now, it's not a disaster. The Lady Sorceress is highly unlikely to warn the brat. What's more, she's willing to help us kill him. Naturally, it's nothing I'll ever agree to. But Phil, she's inspired me. Call her my muse.
Inspired you to do what?
Patience. We've yet to get to the substance of the matter. Geralt, do I recall correctly that Radovid's hired you to find Philippa?
You're nosy. Starting to piss me off, you know?
I know. Forgive me, it comes with the job.
No, you're not a spy anymore. Remember? Chose the life of a criminal.
No, that choice was made for me. Philippa forced me to flee Redania. Radovid prevented me from returning.
Dijkstra, infernally sad story. Really fucking tugs at the heartstrings. But do you mind getting back to the matter at hand?
Yes, right. Geralt, be so kind as to answer the question. He give you the contract or not?
Only thing I've found is her hideout. What's your point?
We can use Philippa without involving her, provided you help. Radovid expects you to report to him, bring him information about her. All you need to do is mention her name. Intimate that you've a lead, you're on her trail.
Oh, he'll swallow that. Hook, line, sinker, and a good bit of the rod as well.
Let's say Radovid bites, believes me, and none of that's a given. What then?
You'll tell him you've found Philippa's hideout. Somewhere where we can easily set a trap and ambush. Suggestions?
Bridge to Temple Isle. Built up both sides. Lots of nooks, gates. Easy to block off from the rest of the city.
Good idea. I'll divide my men, post half on one end, other half on the other, by the gate. And in the middle, Vess, with a well-oiled crossbow.
You see, Geralt, all we ask is that you invite Radovid out for a stroll, bring him to the bridge. We'll take care of the rest. So what'll it be?
I'm in. But once it's done, what then? There'll be an uproar in the city. Panic, maybe. Need a place where we can wait it out.
Thought of that already. Remember Madame Irina's theatre? Abandoned now, not a soul looks in there. Tala and I will await you there.
Await us? Unwilling to risk your own necks?
Not the point. Dijkstra and I have many cocksucking virtues, but fighting ability's just not one of them. Not as fit for that as we are for a bleeding beauty pageant.
Don't worry, Geralt. My people are battle-hardened. They'll manage. You just bring them the king.
Do what I can. Where's his ship moored these days?
Just round the corner, in Novigrad's port. And for your sake, I hope he's in a good mood when you look in on him.
Yeah, it's Philippa.
The bridge must be clear.
My lads will make sure of that.
Guards round the temple, what about them? Won't they bloody congregate when they see the fighting?
If they're paid a tidy sum, they won't.
I thought I'd already found Philippa. Matter of fact, I had to confront her, I thought.
Philippa? What the hell are you doing here?
Geralt, don't ask questions you know the answers to. It makes you look stupid. Eavesdropping on your conversation, naturally, with a good deal of interest and a measure of wonder.
Mind telling me what you found puzzling?
Your naivety. Do you honestly believe Radovid will fall for such a crude ruse?
Radovid's lost his mind. Doesn't think rationally anymore. That's why.
That is why he may very well choose to torture you, even if you brought me to him in chains. Just because.
She has a point.
Philippa, why even tell me this? Concerned about me that much?
Not at all. It's because I think it vital that Radovid die. You don't want my help, more's the pity. But I shall do what I can to make certain you don't fuck it up. Here, take this.
A ring. A Danian eagle etched in the ruby.
It belonged to Vizimir, Radovid's father. Hand him that, and he may believe you captured me. He might even choose to trust you.
What's the catch?
There is none.
Philippa, I know you too damn well. Always got a plan. Always got at least 2 irons in the fire.
This time I shall be content with one. Radovid's head planted at its end. Good luck, Geralt. You'll need it.
Looking at me cross-eyed, grey boy.
Stop staring, you'll jinx our work.
Won't you come any closer?
Wrong kind of lit. Oh. Your market just ain't like any I've ever seen. Bored or something?
What's going on here?
Fuck all to do with you. Piss off.
Lady doesn't feel like talking to you.
I can handle this.
Shut your trap.
I can make him leave.
I'm lost. Is he in the scenario?
Scenario?
Stop spoiling our fun, all right?
Great. Oh, this git's completely blown the mood for me.
Let me get out of your way. Just maybe find someplace a little more secluded.
Why are you looking at me cross-eyed, grey boy? Twin to be back again. You that madman wanted to sail to Skellige. Oh, watch your step.
Isn't Radovid already kind of like have control over this city through the Church of the Eternal Fire?
Choked to death. Your every move will be counted and judged.
Witcher Geralt, what do you want?
An audience. Got new information about Philippa Eilhart.
I'll need your weapons. Now follow me. Your Majesty, the Witcher, with news of Philippa Eilhart.
I hope you brought something better than magic crystals this time.
I know where she is.
Perhaps. Or perhaps you seek to trick me, like the others.
What others?
You see, a rumor went around that I generously reward any who bring information about Eilhart. There's no shortage of the greedy and the stupid, so a queue quickly formed at the gangway to the ship. The first aboard was a hunter. Brought me a dead owl with no eyes. He thought I'd believe it, shower him with gold. I had him blinded, then thrown overboard with a stone tied round his neck. The second was the postmaster from Oxenfurt. Claimed to have a letter she'd penned. It was forged, of course. I had his fingers cut off. He'll never write again. Oh, and I took his tongue. The spoken lie is just as reprehensible. Needless to say, the rest of the queue dispersed quickly.
I'm a professional. Got a reputation to uphold. Be stupid of me to come to you empty-handed.
My father's ring. Philippa used it to stamp her decrees, then distribute them as the word of the king. Where is she?
Under your nose, sire. In Novigrad. In a house on the bridge leading to Temple Isle.
Why haven't you brought her to me?
Gotta capture someone to take them anywhere. All I did was track her down. then stole this ring as proof that I had.
Do you fear her?
No. You want to kill her yourself. With your own hands. I know this.
You shall come with me. Hubrecht, gather the men.
How many, sire?
All of them.
The entire army. Well, she is a sorceress. I guess he had to consider what he's dealing with before he decided to bring in the entire army.
Well, where is she? Where is Philippa?
Like I said, house on the bridge, closer to the other end.
Close off this end. We need no guests, no innocent bystanders, or witnesses. Damian, Duke, Egbert, Freak, Caspar. You shall stay here, secure the rear, and kill the Witcher.
Wow.
This how you reward those who serve you?
It is how I punish those who irritate me. You know too much. You impede me too often. And I find your arrogance an annoyance. I've had men killed for less. Follow me.
Any last words? Oh, fuck!
Free the Witcher, then Radovid. Hang on, Geralt. On our way.
Kill Radovid.
Thanks for your help.
Plan's gone to hell. So be it. We'll improvise. Follow me, Geralt. We must get to Radovid before reinforcements arrive.
Jesus Christ. That was close.
Open up!
I command you to open the door!
Uh-oh.
You needed merely to ask.
Guess she took his eyes.
That settles the score. And that was from the heart. Forgive me. I could not deny myself the pleasure.
How did she... Where? Why? How the fuck?
Eavesdropped on us, back at the warehouse.
What? And you didn't think it worth mentioning?
Lads, the time to discuss this is later. Radovid is dead. It matters not by whose hand. Mission accomplished. Now let's get the hell away. Place will be thick with Redanians in minutes.
Let's go.
Well, what? Is it done?
It's done. Though all did not go according to plan. More on that later. First, a stiff drink and a toast. The North. Temeria.
Temeria!
Bloody Temeria!
Not too early to celebrate.
Sure this isn't premature. Radovid's dead, but it's a long way from that to a free Temeria. War's not over, not even close.
You're mistaken. Tomorrow at noon, the commander of Army Group Center will sign a truce in Emir's name. A truce whose wording we agree.
So back there in Velen, when the trolls nabbed you?
Yes, I was returning from the last round of talks. Emir will keep Edion and Lyria, but in exchange for Radovid's head and a stop to guerrilla activities, he will withdraw from Temeria.
Which will become the Empire's vassal state.
Self-ruled internally, with its own courts, administrative structures and army. The silver lilies will bloom neath the rays of the great sun. So I say were I a poet. But I'm not, so all I'll say is there was no other fucking way.
Roach, you? In league with Nilfgaard?
I'm prepared to do anything for Temeria. Even haul myself out.
If it were done when 'tis done, then 'twere well it were done quickly. That but this blow might be the be-all and end-all here.
What's that?
Vakmeth, Act 1, Scene 7. Always wanted to play that. Never cast as anything but a halberdier. Geralt, what Tala told you, put it out of your mind. There will be no truce with Nilfgaard.
Well, damn.
Redania, under my enlightened rule, will fight on until it wins. And when it does, it will unite all the North, including Temeria.
What? How? This is not what we planned and agreed.
True. Instead, we insisted on one realm's questionable sovereignty, and to recover it, we gave Emir virtually all the North's other kingdoms. It was not a wise arrangement. So, no deal.
You two-faced horseman. I will not allow this.
Actually, you, Roach, should be the first to understand I've no choice.
Why the hell would I understand?
Because you too are a patriot. Geralt, this doesn't concern you. You may go. Fare thee well on your path, or whatnot.
can't let you kill them, Dijkstra.
Oh, hard luck. Then you'll die with them. Kill them all.
Rumble time! Stop walking into his sword!
Bloody hell! Bugger me sideways!
That was close. Very close.
It's hardly over. The envoy, due to meet the Nilfgaardians tomorrow. No doubt Dijkstra ordered him killed. We'll need to protect him.
Sorry, you're on your own.
You've had your fill of politics, I understand. Once it's over, come to Vizima. You'll be received with honors. Farewell, Wolf.
Reason of state. Their bold plan succeeded. The Redanian king was assassinated on the bridge leading to Temple Isle. Radovid was not the last blood to be spilled as a result of this conspiracy, however. With no more common goal to bind them, the co-conspirators turned on each other. Though Geralt has always prized his neutrality, he did not intend to sit idly and watch Dijkstra's thugs butcher his friends. And so the Redanian spies' long-awaited moment of triumph transformed into his final defeat at the Witcher's hands. Dijkstra, Vernon Roach, and Thaler. Though Dijkstra craved vengeance, he was willing to resign from his plans in return for valuable information. Anyone who thought Dijkstra had broken all ties with the world of political schemers and plotters was sorely mistaken. His great comeback was to be a patriotic act that would free Redania from the rule of a madman, the assassination of King Radovid. As an experienced dragon slayer once commented, more than once heads have only rolled after the dragon's been slain. The mead broken out and the campfire lit for when it comes time to share the treasure. Hunters of beasts often become slayers of men instead. Such was the case after the assassination of Radovid. When Dijkstra tried to renege on the terms of their arrangement and do away with Thaler and Vernon, Dijkstra counted on Geralt maintaining Witcher neutrality in this matter, a miscalculation which cost him his life. Thaler. His exact role in the attack on Radovid was not clear, but considering his experience and professionalism, one could hardly expect him to share that information, not even with an old friend. Spycraft leaves no margin for error, sentiment, or dropping one's guard. Thaler should have known this, but instead he left himself exposed and only escaped death thanks to Geralt's intervention. His life saved by the Witcher's departure from his unusual neutrality. Or his usual neutrality, rather. Sometime later, it was revealed that Roach had took part in a conspiracy to assassinate Radovid. He had realized that once the war was over, this mad king would offer no prospect of a free Temeria, making Roach himself a liability and potential foe. Roach took part in the assassination personally. The king of Redania's death was to be a guarantee of Temerian independence. In order to achieve this, Roach was not afraid to strike a deal with the Nilfgaardians. This move played right into Dijkstra's hand. Fortunately, Geralt intervened, and Roach escaped from the co-conspirators' meeting turned bloodbath. When asked to help defend Kaer Morhen, Roach kept his word and went to the keep, lending his considerable martial prowess in the fight against the Wild Hunt. Jesus. How do I get out of here? There. Yeah, I was about to say I wasn't going to let him kill the people that freaking helped me at the showdown with the Wild Hunt. Jackasses.
Last chance to surrender unorthodox boats. Grimoires and tracts.
Black ones, Redanians, you mean me to grab another last
I was thinking it'd be us two and you.
Yennefer brothel.
Buy you a drink?
I'm afraid the dishwater's as good as it gets in this establishment. Imlerith, was that your idea or Ciri's?
I think it was Ciri's. Or was it mine? I think, no, I'm pretty sure it was Ciri's because she's the one who informed me about Bald Mountain.
Ciri's.
As I thought. I'm glad you went with her.
I thought you'd be angry.
Angry? Why? Because you supported Ciri in her decision? Or because you fought by her side and won?
What if we'd lost?
We wouldn't be having this conversation. And the female part of the continent's population would be drowning in tears. You won. No point bothering with what-ifs.
Talk to Triss. Reconvening the lodge. It's not going so well.
Dangerous times, especially for sorceresses. Each thinks 5 times before sticking her neck out, and I can't blame them.
Well, now that Radovid's dead.
Charming place. Why are you here?
You'll find out soon. In the meantime, tell me about Philippa.
Triss and I found her and freed her. It turned out Dijkstra had her, but the situation's under control.
That's a relief.
So, gonna tell me why you're here?
I was able to establish Margarita's whereabouts, the prison in Oxenfurt. I also learned the identity of the man who escaped from there. He should arrive shortly.
What do you know about this fugitive?
I know he's the only one ever to escape from Daerad. Every guardsman in the city now seeks him.
Sure he can be trusted?
We'll soon find out. He just walked in.
Hell, he looks like a Witcher. Well, the eyes, at least.
Abbe Faria?
Who's asking?
We'd like to talk.
Damn.
Best run and get him.
Catch the runaway. In the mission to gather the members of the former Lodge of Sorceresses, it fell to Yennefer to bring Margarita, Law, and Tille to Novigrad. Yennefer's old friend had been captured by the witch hunters and was being kept in Darad, the best guarded prison this side of the Yaraga. Geralt and Yennefer thus had a hard endeavor in front of them. They would have to break into the sealed compound and sneak Margarita out. Good thing Yen had something even better than a file and a carrot cake. Contact information for the one man who had managed to escape Darad. Escaping seemed to be in his blood, for he attempted to make another getaway at the sight of Yennefer and Geralt. But eventually they caught him and sat down for a chat. He told them how to outfox the guards and entered the prison unnoticed. With no time to waste, Geralt and Yennefer raced off to Margarita's rescue.
Damn it, scaled the ladder. Guess I'm in for a roof walk. Thought you'd agreed to meet.
I said I'd found him, not that I'd spoken to him.
What do you want from me? Let me be.
Calm down, we just want to chat.
And then stick a shiv between my ribs. Leave me in the gutter.
Look at us. Do we look like bandits to you?
No. No, not really.
I'm glad you agree. Besides, you'd be worthless to us dead.
So you shan't hurt me?
No. You're gonna tell us your story, then be on your way.
Well, so be it. But we really ought to go back to Kate's. It's unwise to linger in the street.
Drink up. It'll help.
Thanks. What do you want?
To get into Darad.
Find a hunter. Tell them you practice magic. They'll lock you up lickety-split.
We need to get in without anyone noticing. Tell us how you escaped, then get on with your life. They say no one gets out of Darad alive.
Aye, so they say. My thought? Why not try it dead?
But they burn the corpses.
They didn't start burning them until they learned an old fellow like myself had escaped. Before, they dropped the stiffs into a great pit. The pit's connected to the sewers, and the sewers empty into the river. And once you reach the river, you're as free as a fish.
So you played dead? No one caught on?
As a youth, I'd apprenticed with an apothecary in Silverton. Learned a thing or two about herbs. Sleeping mushrooms grew on the walls of my cell. And I found belladonna in the prison yard. Just had to mash them together and eat the pulp an hour before evening rounds.
You might have lost your life.
I prefer to die on my own terms, were that to be my fate.
They say Darad's better guarded than the keep at Vicovaro.
Choose the guards from among witch hunters. The worst dregs, rabid fanatics. If you only knew what they do to folk. Torture every day. The wheel, the rack. We only knew peace on holidays when they'd drink themselves blind.
They're allowed to drink on duty?
Not officially, but you know how it is.
So theoretically, we could get in the way you got out.
Assuming we don't mind the company of decomposing corpses.
And assuming you can squeeze through the grate. They barred the outlet to the river after I escaped.
Explosives could take care of that.
For half the city to hear us? I've a better plan. Oxenfurt was built on elven ruins.
Which have to connect to the sewers somewhere. We can find a way into the ruins.
We'll get into the prison.
See? Wasn't so hard.
One last bit of advice. Find a new tavern. Everyone here knows you.
Thank you. Whatever your plans, I hope they work out.
So do we. So long. What he said about the guards could prove handy.
True. Things will go more smoothly if we can get even a few of them drunk.
Zoltan ought to manage it. I'll ask him.
Let's meet on the Oxenfurt Bridge.
Okay, this is the perfect time to stop. I'm gonna get ready for work, but The Great Escape, man. Geralt and Yennefer thus had a hard endeavor in front of them. They would have to sneak into the sealed compound and sneak Margarita out. Good thing Yen had something even better than a file and a carrot cake. Contact information for the one man who had managed to escape Derad. Escaping seemed to be in his blood, for he attempted to make another getaway at the sight of Yennefer and Geralt. I've already raced it. I've read this. Okay, so...
I'll give you a discount for heroic deeds, madam. Well, you know.
We're going to go ahead and end the stream here. I don't have much time left. So when we come back... We'll be Act 3 tying up loose ends. We'll be Act 3 Ted Derad. Episode 1. So, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.